The average American's household expenses are $6,000 a month, or about $73,000 a year, with the median household income being about $74,500. I need someone to help me make sense of this. How the heck are we supposed to make things work with just that? I know some people are going to say, well, you just need to cut back and tighten your belt a little bit. Well, this $73,000 a year on expenses are just for the necessities: housing, transportation, food, and other essentials. It's not including Netflix and luxuries and vacations and things like that. This is the bare minimum to live, $73,000 on average. And if you have a family, it gets worse. A family of four is looking at about $8,000 to over $9,000 a month in expenses. I need someone to explain to me how the heck we're supposed to make this work with everything and live fulfilling lives when we have to spend so much on our basic necessities with so little wiggle room with our income. Single people spend about $4,300 a month on their necessities, but when people get married, it drops down to $7,100. So there's a little bit of savings there, but not significant, and that's still a lot of money. These high costs are definitely impacting people's decisions throughout their life, what their life plans are. Do they want kids? How many? What's a household going to look like? Where they're going to live? Can they afford a home? What's their future looking like? Retirement. And what makes it worse is that incomes went down from 2021 to 2022 by 2.3%, from $76,000 to $74,500. So costs have gone up, incomes have actually gone down. How are we supposed to make this work? Part of this article that really frustrates me are the proposed solutions that they offer. All of them address the individuals and the households themselves for causing this problem, and it being like a personal failing that you're not doing enough. So the first couple that they offer are budgeting and reducing expenses. Yeah, if things are tight, make sure to budget, try to cut back on those non-essential things. But they're forgetting, their own article said that these $73,000 a year in costs are just for those essentials already. They're not including any luxuries or any foo-foo items or things like that. We're at the bare minimum already and tapped out. And then they say manage your debt, cut your debt, consolidate loans. Okay, cool. Emergency fund, build an emergency fund with what money that's left over. Shop smart, use coupons, wait for sales, things like that. Everyone's already doing that. Increase your income. Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's do that. Let's just raise incomes across the board for most Americans. Plan for the future. Get a 401k, invest in the stock market. How are you going to retire? Bitch, I ain't retiring. And I have a big problem with all of this because they're trying to put it on us as individuals, like they did with pollution and recycling and climate change. And they're trying to say that we need to solve the problem for our own individual household instead of dealing with the problem as a whole. If everyone's having a problem with this, it's a systemic issue. It is not 300 million people in the United States who each have the same problem, and it's all our individual fault. This is a systemic problem, and it needs changed at the top. It all ties into housing affordability. How are people supposed to save up for the down payment and closing costs? And our income's so low, and we're already spending almost all of it in our essentials anyway? There's nothing left over in order to save. What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to achieve that American dream of home ownership if there's no money left in the account at the end of the month? What do you think? Can we budget and coupon clip our way out of this problem? Or do we just gotta admit that we need some bigger bootstraps to pull up by? I don't know. Someone help me make sense out of this.